Just let them predict it.
Hansi was awesome. That guy, that's the wrong show.
Let the fans predict it. It's okay if it's not unexpected, if it's satisfying.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cheese Parade Pod. My name is George Mills. I'm here as always with Scott Bigos.
I'm here as always with George Mills and some other guy. Take a crack at it. Adomas Wareikis.
Boom, got it. First try.
We're here with Adomas Wareikis.
I like being the kid that everyone hated having to spell the name in first grade.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
did your teachers go Adam though? Were you like
No, I said absolutely fucking not.
No.
That's
Yeah.
not my name.
That is
fair.
not your name.
I insist on this.
That's
Yeah. That's like, exactly. People always say, oh, Jorge. No, my name's not Jorge. It's fucking George. It's spelled with a G, you fucking crackers.
Did teachers do that?
In Mexico, they did because they
Mexico.
didn't want to say George. Because
That's right.
Because you know what? They don't know. They can't do it.
Man, reverse racism is real.
It's a George in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a. They can't do the J.
They struggle with the J.
They start with the J. Yeah.
I struggle to roll R's. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your mouth is not used to making those movements.
I'm
You
like
gotta-
Bernie Sanders trying to speak Spanish. It is.
Hey.
Que tipo. God,
I
that's
love
not.
it.
That's one of the worst
That's
videos.
still
of all
fine.
time.
What is Adomas? Is that a like?
It's the Lithuanian form of Adam.
Okay,
It's technically Adomas, but like no,
right. I got you.
Americanized.
Yes, Adomas. Okay.
Adomas is not the Americanized version.
That's the Americanized pronunciation of Adomas. Yeah.
So you go by the Americanized version.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Just
just
'cause of your mom?
My mom's a
Okay,
fucking
that
boss.
makes
I don't
sense.
fucking listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how you doing, man? How's your day going today?
I am all right. I woke up this morning to prep. I ate 2 steaks and got high and listened to the new. It's the 35th anniversary of the Beastie Boys album, Paul's Boutique. So
You listened to that on repeat today
I listened to it twice.
while eating 2 steaks.
I ate 2 steaks and I was also playing Death Stranding.
Let me ask you a question. Did you cook both of these steaks at the same time, or did you cook? Okay, cool.
They weren't huge. It was
Yeah,
like
no. I'm just
they come
curious.
in a 2-pack.
I was wondering if like maybe you had one
I went
and
to
you were
the
like,
gym.
oh, you know what? That was so good. I'm gonna have a second steak.
Did you go to the gym before or after the steaks?
Before
The steaks.
I was on the grind today, man. I was in a good mood.
Yeah.
I'm collecting unemployment right now. I have nothing to do.
Nice. That's nice. Shout out to unemployment.
Yeah. Shout out to your job. Letting you go and.
No, I still have my job. Technically, it's crazy.
What is
I work
happening?
for a certain governmental.
Let's go,
I work for a certain governmental organization that delivers your mail.
Okay.
So I broke my leg and ankle skateboarding outside a comedy open mic back in March, and I've just been out hanging out. You know.
Wait, so you get unemployment and then you also get.
I'm like a union job, so it's like complicated. The way I had to get it was through unemployment. And I was like,
Okay. Gotcha.
So I've been just hanging out.
So technically, you didn't lose your job. You're just.
I just gotta wait to go back. But
you're,
they're like, I'm a 0-hour scheduled employee.
How old are you?
I am 28 as of May.
Okay.
That's like perfect time for a skateboarding injury, I think.
Yeah.
That's like right about when you get injured.
Yeah, no, I don't skateboard, don't know how to skateboard, fucking.
Oh, really? You were just
I
like
know how to
let's talk-
somewhat.
oh, okay.
I can roll on
I was
one.
gonna say, dude, the first time you're on a skateboard is 28 years old. That's fucking crazy.
That's scary.
Yeah,
That's
no,
an
I'm-
insane thing to do.
But I skated growing up. Did you skated?
No, not really. I live out in the middle of nowhere on a farm in Ohio, so
You grew up in Ohio. Nice.
yeah, and there's nothing to fucking do.
What brought you to Philadelphia?
My mom is from here, and I take care of my aunt with early dementia, so I just
okay, yeah.
chill and then do stand up and deliver the mail.
Nice.
It was
You're
better
saying-
than moving to Cleveland to do stand up.
When did you come? How old were you when you left Ohio?
26, yeah, and then I used to spend every summer here for my vacation
In Philly?
in Delco.
Yeah.
I know. I tell people that. I tell all the Philly comics, they're like, "That sounds fucking awful."
Dude, you go down to McDade Boulevard, dude. You go down to the Nifty 50s. You know what I mean?
55th. Oh my god.
Was
My mom did not like a joke I made
About Nifty 50s?
Yeah.
Why?
I was like, it's an authentic 50s restaurant. She's like, okay. I was like, well, did you hear they don't serve black people there? And she's like, what? I'm like, why would they not?
You know what Nifty 50s?
yeah? What the fuck's the
It's
next
just a chain, like diner, I would say. It's
I
like
think
more
there's like
burgery.
one. I don't know.
There's one right in here in up here in our.
My mom did not like the insinuation that they were still racist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'll rub some people the wrong way. What How big was your school? Like in Ohio, was it like a small? Were you like small town
We have
guy?
it's a 5,000 person town in the middle of rural nowhere. Our school was donated by a millionaire.
Nice.
Ooh.
who invented like the pad that goes in between the horse collar.
Sure.
Like,
What?
so,
Wait.
I love that.
When was that? Because I feel like that's not something that should have been invented pretty recently. The
no,
pad that
no,
goes under
it was
the
back
horse
in like
collar?
the 1900s.
Even then, they've been doing horses forever, dude. Since the
When you
1400s.
need your horse to go that extra
Honestly,
mile.
This horse just isn't cutting it anymore.
My neck hurts.
What if there was some sort of pad?
I can ride horses forever now.
Well, that was fucking golden comedy.
Yeah, as long as we end
Edward
by
Lee McClane would be
clenching the
proud.
bit. Yeah.
Did your high school have like any weird traditions that seem strange to people?
Well, it's really weird because my school was donated by millionaires, so we have like Greek statues. Our school was revolutionary for the time for having all the classrooms on the outside walls. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of schools when they used to build them, like you have a hallway, in the center would be the classroom, and then like the hall would go down, and then like, they would be not facing towards window side or
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
And so our school was revolutionary for that. It's this massive brick building with like Greek architecture and Roman statues and giant clock tower and colonnades all around it. We have the oldest swimming pool still in use in the country.
Wow.
Second oldest overall. Like
That sounds like a haunted pool.
every
dude.
time this dude fucking built a place, by the way, he would put a pool on it, and I don't know why. He just loved
Interesting.
Pools
pools.
are nice. Swimming's great.
Yeah, no,
It's a
I
great
love
exercise.
swimming.
I've always thought it was weird when a high school would have a pool, though. I thought that I always
Yeah,
thought like,
why is it
wow,
not the
really?
YMCA?
Dude, my
Yeah, like that's crazy.
I had a pool in my like kindergarten in Mexico.
Yeah, that's
it was
wild.
a private school though. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, bragging, got it.
I mean, in Mexico, all middle class people go to private school. It's
When
just
you
like
went
a
to
weird thing.
school in Mexico, did Denzel Washington take you to school every day?
Yeah, dude.
Were you
Yeah,
doing
and
Man
then-
on Fire?
And then I got fucking stolen, dude.
We had a swim team, but they didn't.
Yeah, they
Use
went to
our
the
pool.
YMCA, right?
Right.
Which
right,
was pretty much right next to our high
right.
school.
Yeah. Did you enjoy your time in high school? Were you
I hate school with like a passion.
okay.
I don't think it was a fun place. I wanted to leave the whole time.
Yeah.
It was fine, like for the most part, but like it's just boring as shit.
Did you get like into trouble or anything? Like what kind of kid were you?
I have what has been described as behavioral issues as in issues with authority.
Oh, wait, you know what? It's all the pieces are coming together now. Actually,
know.
you're talking about your government podcast, conspiracy
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and
No, I have issues with authority apparently, and like they used to think I was just sexist growing up and didn't like female teachers, and then I got male teachers and had all the same fucking problems.
well, that's a relief.
Yeah, no, and I'm not even that difficult. I just like to read, and I want to be left alone. And
You don't want to be bothered.
Yes.
I got kicked out of the. We have. Do you guys have talented and gifted programs here?
Yeah.
I got firmly kicked out of that fucker.
Oh yeah,
They rescinded my IQ rating. Yeah.
wow. Is it because you felt like you wanted to learn in your own way? And you
No,
were
I just
like,
didn't want to read. Well, yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah.
just didn't want to fucking read Tuck Everlasting. I'm like, this is gay, and I don't want to be here. Yeah.
Tuck Everlasting, that's about a guy who lives forever. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
And then he
what-
falls in love with a lady or
What if
something.
you could fall in love with an 8-year-old who could also live forever? And it's like, all right.
Yeah, dude, the reading in school was always weird because, like, I remember, having to read the books they give you. I remember I got into this one author, the author of The Outsiders. I started reading all that guy's books.
Yeah, that's
And then a teacher was like, you should read other books. And I just stopped reading as a result. It was the worst teacher move I'd ever, like, dude, just be happy I'm reading.
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
you doing?
yeah, yeah.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I was doing my schoolwork. I got good grades in school. I was not dumb or something. Like I like to read, and I don't want to fucking sit through class.
Yeah.
And it felt like a prison.
Were you like a clown at all? Were you,
I would goof off quite a lot, but
Yeah.
it's just not for like. It was just me doing what I wanted, which is not what other people want normally. But like, yeah, if I could do something goofy, I would.
yeah. When did you think like comedy is like a thing I genuinely love?
Oh man,
How old were you in that?
I always did a ton of like performing arts stuff. I was like in show choir, I was in symphonic choir, I was in theater, I did musical and plays, and I always really liked that. And then I don't know, I just liked doing like I just wanted to be goofy and make people laugh, and I just kind of worked out. I was like, and then like I was stuck in Ohio. There's no comedy scene in Ohio. It's rough.
Yeah, you were probably a hero among the theater kids, were you? Because it's I would think because it's a small school that that they like are desperate for people, and you're like this guy who's
I feel like
willing
they would have
to.
rather me not been there.
Well, I imagine
Okay.
you said it was like a pretty like rural community. Like
Yeah, no, it's farmer heavy.
So,
I mean,
like-
I live on a farm.
Yeah. What kind of farm?
It's soybean and corn. Like we don't even farm it anymore. Like it's just a farmer rents it from us and farms the land. It's too much fucking work.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Oh, you can just rent out land.
Yeah, and then my grandparents have had a horse farm. out.
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
You know how to ride a horse? Do you like riding horses?
I used to, but I don't know anymore. It's gone. Horses are mean and stupid. So
They scare me for sure. I
they're
don't
a
like.
stubborn ass animal.
Yeah, they're really big. When you get up close to them, you're like, this thing, if it kicked me, could do permanent
even
damage.
just
One
bite-
kicked my grandfather and one bit him as well.
Yeah,
a
fuck
bite.
that, dude.
I saw like a horse bite someone's shoulder, dude.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
okay.
came up and they have human teeth, so
Yeah.
it's like
Ouch.
freaky.
Here's another thing. Just
Kinky.
gonna throw this out there. Let's leave the horses alone. Like, why do we ride them? I don't know. It feels like
I don't know. At this point, like we can.
I think it's weird that the people who love horses the most are the ones who ride around on
I think
them.
honestly,
I think those women are kept locked up far away from them. Sure.
those people would say like, oh, well, they like being ridden.
Yeah,
You
would
know
they?
what
I
mean?
think they would.
They would say that. They would be like, oh no, these like you know how like
And that's one of
they
those
say
things
that dogs
that-
like jobs.
Yeah.
Dogs don't fucking like jobs. They like playing. They turn the fucking job into a game, and that's why they like it. It's not like oh I'm really fucking excited to clock in today. I got some crimes to solve.
It's one of those things where no amount of data will convince me that horses enjoy being ridden. You know, no amount of science.
I bet you if a fucking horse could talk, it'd be like, hey, get the fuck off of me, dude. What are you doing?
Well, there was one. You remember they could do the math too, and they had the show.
Is that Mr. Ed?
Yeah, and then what's the one that's the really
Yeah.
inappropriate one, Mr. Hans? That's not the one I should probably.
I don't know that
I don't
one.
know that one.
I think that's something pornographic.
I know that to get
Oh,
Mis-
Mr. Hands.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy gets fucked by a horse.
to get Mr. Ed
Yeah.
to talk, didn't they like put peanut butter in his mouth?
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's oddly enough how
tobacco.
that guy got that horse
Yeah,
to
they would
fuck
use
him
tobacco.
too.
Yeah.
wow. And that's how a guy. What was that?
it was a good joke.
We were
that
talking
went,
too much,
I
yeah.
know. The people at home will hear it and they'll be like, George, that's you
They'll
know,
be like-
if you heard that joke, put it in the comments that you liked it.
Why don't we? I don't know.
No more high school.
Wait, unless we want to. Hold on. Let me break.
Oh
this
yeah,
up.
do you have any siblings?
break this guy down.
Oh yeah, this is the fun one.
Yeah.
I have 15.
Oh shit!
shit.
That might be. I'm gonna put this down 15.
That's a
because
record.
That's a record, dude. 15.
Eat shit, Maeve. Eat shit, Michael Peters.
Listen, if you're a comic in the Philadelphia area and you have more than 15 siblings, come on the podcast.
Fucking one up me.
That is too many siblings.
Yeah,
Is it all one set of
no,
parents?
it's complicated. And then my older half sister has like 9 siblings on her dad's side.
Holy shit!
So she's got 20 something. So
So, living in your home at the farm,
yeah.
you're a kid or you're 12. How many people are in your house? How many? Or like
Probably
around?
like 10, 12 people at the time. It's a little complicated. My parents are foster parents.
Okay.
And I am not adopted. I know I'm not adopted.
Okay.
They became foster parents when I was like well into being a child.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I have an older half sister, a step brother, and then there's me, and then everyone else.
Okay.
I got 2 full sisters, another half sister from my mom's current marriage, my stepfather, and then 2 adopted brothers and 7 adopted sisters.
Damn, dude, that's a lot to keep up with. Do you like keep up with them?
No, I don't. I mean, I talked to them. They were all
Yeah.
just here visiting, and we just hung
Okay.
out. My parents just got a brand new baby that they're gonna probably adopt. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, you guys
How old are your parents?
My mom is 25 years older than me, so I'm 28. So math, I don't know, 53.
Okay, that's still
My
pretty young.
stepdad's 53.
I think that's great for adopting a kid. I would think that a kid adopted by a 53-year-old is actually set up better because I would think, I don't know anything about your life, but I would think your mom has some experience at this point
My
with
mom-
raising a child.
She's a fucking boss lady.
And she's probably not going to get all freaked out and emotional about stuff. She's probably just got it. She understands what raising a kid is. I don't know.
My parents are pretty matter of fact and chill. Like, it's just the way it is. They're the
Nice.
boss. That's it. And like, we're all like, they're like, I have to go to work. I'm not going to entertain you.
Yeah.
Figure out your own shit.
Yeah.
And so that's why like all of my siblings are very fucking independent. And,
That's what my family's like too.
very remote. Like I don't ever have to call my siblings. I'm like, if I want to talk to them, I can.
Yeah.
But like they all do their own thing. I'm close with like one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's about it. Like, but other than that, my family's chill. I mean, there's 6 girls under the age of 9 right now. So like, I went to community college when we got like the first one, and now that it's like, you know, however many years later, they've had all of them since I was in college in Ohio, and then I moved here. So like, I mean, they've all lived in the house that way. So it's never been like
Yeah.
a full 15 people. But even then, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. I feel like at a certain point you're going to get hit with a ton of weddings.
We were. Well, my oldest sister, my younger sister, and my 2 younger sisters all got married. I'm like the oddball out. My older brothers,
of course,
got kids.
You do stand up.
Yeah. I take care of my aunt. That's it. Like I don't have anything going on. I'm like, I don't want to get married right now. That's a lot of work.
That's how I feel.
I can just lie and say I will if I am. I'm not even gonna officially do it. Probably if I do, I'll just say it.
You're gonna say that you're gonna get married, but then not. Are you in a relationship right now? Are you?
No. I actually have to go to a date after this.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah, I got the Cheese Parade podcast, baby. Let's go to Oscars. And
What is this?
First date, second date, third date?
just meeting up to get drinks. Yeah, at like Good Dog or fucking.
For like the first time?
yeah,
from the apps?
From the apps?
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, let me come see you do comedy at Fergie." She lives around the corner from Fergie's, and I was like, "Absolutely not! Like, are you fucking?" That's happened twice now, and I've had to tell women, I'm like, "I don't need you to be supportive. You do not need to come to the open mic. Come to a show.
Yeah, no,
for
it's
the
not
love of
good.
God,
It's not good.
And then honestly, like I wouldn't want someone on a first date to come to a show even. You know what
No,
I mean?
and it has-
That's not because it's also
honestly-
not really a good date.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm
Regardless, of how
gonna
good-
fucking chain smoke 37 cigarettes and then ignore you probably for 10 minutes while I get shit faced.
Yeah.
Also, you can't talk.
And the-
That too.
exactly.
Oh yeah, you guys are normal. I forgot. I'm manic.
Yeah, like if you're at a comedy show, it's impolite to talk, and on a
And
date,
then
you
also
want to do
like
that.
there's people there that like you're homies with, so
Your
you're like saying hi
contemporaries.
to
Yeah, yeah,
people. You're like trying to
Oh, God.
ham it up with them, and then
Imagine
like they
bringing-
might not like you.
Yeah.
Imagine bringing a girl to meet your friends that are all a bunch of comics.
Yeah.
At Grape Room.
And,
And like they're just
mean-
like, hey, here's Scott, here's Pete, here's this, here's the. It's like
Not even your friends, just like the fucking
it's also a
random
sausage
people that.
fest.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
It's one of those situations where you just feel people's eyes on you, right? So if I imagine myself going to an open mic with a date, I would just feel all my comedian friends' eyes. Like they wouldn't even come up to me probably because they'd be like, he's on a date, but they'd also be like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, so
what
I
is
would just
wrong with
feel
you?
everyone looking at me. And then there's a million reasons why that's not.
Do not bring a girl on a date to the comedy stuff. Oh God.
So you're like, I don't want to. Do you having kids? You're like, I could not take it or leave it.
I remember I used to see a girl that I was pretty serious with, and my kind of rule was, my rule is I want at least one, and then after that, it's like,
Well, the difference between 0 kids and kids, I think, is the big difference.
right. Well, that's
One
my,
kid,
Right.
one kid, and 2 and 3 is
Well,
like
that's what my
closer.
vibe is. I'm like, no matter what, I'm like, we can do one.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, if we want to do more, okay, cool. And we just keep doing it until we don't want to keep doing it. And I'm like, I feel like that's an easy approach.
but
to
you
it.
are willing to have one.
Yeah.
you want to have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
willing or like you want to.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because like I'd rather like be able to do shit, and like I'm a dude. I can have kids at any age.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, who
Yeah, it's-
gives a shit? And
Yeah.
like my beliefs on like the bonds of what makes a family or a kid being your own, or I don't care.
I would think that they're more open than regular people, given that your parents are foster parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So
like,
you've
my
seen-
stepdad was adopted from an orphanage. Like I'm like,
Amazing.
yeah, like
Yes.
yeah. No, I'm used to very unconventional family dynamics. So
Yeah. That's interesting how that changes your views of
What a
traditional
family is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
traditional relationships and stuff.
You know what? Different strokes for different folks.
That's definitely a thing that people say.
It's from
for
that
sure.
show.
I
Different
know what
Strokes.
it's from.
So-
they
Speaking
were,
of
they were
shows-
molesting that kid. Yeah.
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 Well, were they molesting him on the show as well as also on the on the
Sorry,
one
I also have
episode?
an encyclopedic knowledge of who got molested.
Well, you said you.
You ever seen Top Gun? Yeah, that guy.
Should we get into today's clip?
Yeah, let's get into a
Oh
clip.
shit. Okay.
This is a classic clip.
Oh, nice. Saved by the Bell.
Right? Come on. Wait, what am I gonna wear?
Jesse, remember? Lisa's bringing your costume?
Right, I gotta wash my hair.
No, there's no time.
No time! There's never any time! I don't have time to study! I'll never get into Stanford! I'll let everyone down! I'm so confused!
Jesse, hey, just calm down. It's okay.
You're right.
It's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I just need one of these.
Pills. You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me
I
those.
need them, Zach! I have to sing!
Jesse, you can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can! I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so...
Big absence of a laugh track right there.
Jesse, just...
We've all been there, folks.
What the
We've all taken one too many. Actually, I've never taken caffeine pills.
It's a vague. Oh, do they say
That's
caffeine?
literally what it is.
Yeah.
The drugs are caffeine pills.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because they couldn't be heroin.
Shots. Yeah, that's bullshit.
It was like fucking somas or whatever. But
Dude, I thought she was like trying to take aspirin or something.
No.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna overdose on 2 ibuprofen, fuckers. Let's go.
No, that's just that episode's more like a general warning about drugs.
But they got caffeine pills.
Which is like an over-the-counter thing, which is hilarious. Yeah.
Well,
you think?
if you have to be careful with caffeine pills, that means you
Well, you
do
can
have to
die-
be
you can
careful with
definitely
everything
my
else.
overdose
my
on
friend
caffeine
Phil
pills, but-
Hickey, I remember him. I used to work at a music venue when I was in college, and I remember him standing at the top of the stairs. He's like, "Hey, you want some caffeine pills?" And his hands are just fucking
Wow.
shaking with it.
So maybe it is a bigger problem.
He's like,
than
I'm like,
that.
Phil, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, it doesn't even say. It's like a bulk order one you would get from Amazon. I'm like, how the fuck did you get that? He's like, it's only like $4 if you get like.
If you get it in raw powder form, it's so
If
much
you press
cheaper.
them all
Yeah,
yourself.
it's fine.
I don't think I would like that.
Pills are dangerous.
Or I would like it too much, you know.
I mean, you drink coffee, right?
I know, and I like it too much.
I know I'm drinking something that is not water or alcohol right now, but I am normally like a water alcohol guy only. Like I don't do coffee or anything. Never have.
Caffeine is tricky because it'll keep you up even if you don't realize it. If you have coffee at like 5 p.m.
For me, like coffee not only like wakes me up, but I just feel weird.
But it's
Do you
it's a
also
good
feel,
weird.
It's not a good weird.
Oh, it's a good weird for me.
For
My
you,
mind,
just kinda
sometimes
like-
my mind gets going and it's like I get creative, you know, or like I can get
Yeah.
focused on something. So
I have manic episodes, and I think that works pretty well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I cleaned my entire house the other day. I was like, all right, this will be fine. Like,
yeah.
Or I also just don't sleep. I sleep like 4 hours a night.
Wow, that's not enough hours.
Everyone, because people ask me like, what the fuck are you posting about on Instagram? And I'm like, I don't know. I was rambling for.
Oh shit.
I was firing on all cylinders. I don't know. Khan
It
was
made
going to be
perfect
president. I
sense.
don't know.
Why don't you sleep in more?
I just can't sleep. I just straight up don't sleep.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, gotta keep going. Work out. Gotta go cook 3 steaks. gotta
Holy
go
shit.
eat.
Yeah, and you're working out too.
I take
so that's
edibles
weird.
and I don't fall asleep. It's
You're
like a fucking-
working out. You're not doing caffeine.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Is it a problem for you? Like,
not sleeping.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's annoying when you go over to a girl's place because then I'm stuck in her house and I'm looking around and I'm like,
That is
I'm
really
gonna
bad.
be here all night,
Mm-hmm.
and my phone is over there.
Listen, you got to hit her with the information right up front. Listen, I have a
My
weird sleep
arms-
schedule. I'm going to leave when you fall asleep.
normally. I'm like, I'm like trying to squeeze out. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go spend 35 minutes in your bathroom, not shitting, playing a game on my phone. I have like, listen, I need to beat the today's Sudoku. I don't know if you understand.
I can't do it.
You won't stay at a girl's house,
I
right?
won't. In that
That's
situation,
so fucking funny.
in that situation, I would not.
but
Yeah.
like kind of like not ever really, right? Like you like staying
never.
at your house.
I would want. I go home.
It's my bed.
Essentially, it's if I'm sleeping over a girl's house. That's incredibly rare. I can't even remember
That
the
means
last
you
time
love
it
her.
happened. To be
Wait,
honest,
not even Mara?
I have not slept over at her house like pretty much ever. She sleeps over my house sometimes, but like no other girl would sleep over my house either. It's like
I'm surprised that you haven't slept at her place.
yeah.
You like never, not once?
No, because it's like all right, it's 2 a.m. I'm staying up till like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
She's going to sleep. I could drive home right now when there's no traffic.
Yeah, no,
and be home and in my bed, or I can sit here and then fall asleep on this couch without brushing my teeth or doing any of my nighttime stuff,
Yeah.
and then wake up and then drive in traffic just for what? Just for the idea of we slept in the same house? Like it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Hitting myself with it my own wow.
damn. Yeah.
Well, should we?
What did we learn, guys? Email me if you think that I should change my ways.
Women are evil or something.
I want to ask you something because you said it. You said sleep on the couch. Do you guys not sleep in the same bed?
Oh no! Well, see, her bed feels pretty small. I think that it's.
Okay, so it's the bed.
I want to say it's smaller than a queen.
It's a full. Maybe it's a full.
It's a full.
My
Fulls
man's
are trash.
smashing on the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and she did say, I think she got a bed with a specific like no one else can sleep in this kind of thing.
Damn, that's smart.
Yeah, so that's why when I imagine myself sleeping there, it would be on the couch just because like her couch is also so fucking nice, dude.
Oh, it's,
Like,
it's a nice
yeah.
couch.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have to look at these.
I love. Oh
Yeah.
no, girls always have nice couches,
Yeah.
man. It's the
Yeah,
best.
yeah, they do.
I
They're big
couch
on
surf
pillows
all the time.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah. The pillow situation's crazy.
Well, let's move on to our next topic after we found that out about Scott.
Yep.
Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Brainstorm.
Yeah, it's brainstorm. This is the segment where we brainstorm stuff. This week we're going to brainstorm reality TV shows. I have a whole bunch. Do you guys have some?
I do. I have at least one. I have 1.5.
I'll do some, and then you guys can do some, and then I'll finish my because I have a lot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll when you have one that's close to mine, I'll
And
jump
then,
in.
how about you guys give me a rating on mine
Okay.
out of 5?
I'll
5
decide
stars.
whether or not I would buy it as well if I'm a
Oh,
producer.
how about you guys?
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
are TV execs. Okay.
Yeah, we're executives.
We're the
here we go.
sharks. All right, sharks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
First one: X's on the ice.
Okay.
Competition where X's compete in tandem ice skating, and they all live in the same house. Also,
Okay, so this is broken up couples.
yeah, but they're also ice skaters, which I think is kind of a tough casting.
Yeah.
Would you
Number
like,
one.
Would it be like the partners rotate every week?
Although
to
you know
make
it might be good. It could be if they had no experience and they're all training at the same time.
So you're
They're
just,
all learning
They're
how
all
to ice
learning
skate.
together. Yeah.
You're watching 16 people just be laid up in the house because they all twisted their ankle or broke
Yeah,
their leg.
that would be that's
Yeah.
probably it.
A big factor is how incestuous is the ice skating scene.
So that's the thing. I think that it could create a lot of dramas if you're on a team with your ex and they're banging someone else in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you
That's what
see
I
them
thought.
connect with
Also,
someone
I just
else.
like the name X's on the ice. That's
Oh, it's a
kinda
great
nice.
name.
I thought it was going to be a pirate thing, and I got excited, and nope.
X's on the ice.
X marks. the-
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
pirates, ice pirates.
not. I think it has potential, but I'm gonna not
discovery.
buy
You're not
it
buying it?
until you prove that you can cast it well.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. It's a tough cast. All right.
Yeah.
This one's called Fake or Fate. Contestants go on 5 dates. Contestants has to guess who's the real date and who are the actors because there's 3 actors in there.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that because it's literally just like how authentic. How can you detect authenticity?
Yes.
How well can you detect
And
authenticity?
then, like, I think honestly, it'd be bad because people I feel like would just go for the best looking person always.
You
and
would
it's
think.
going to be an actor.
Yeah, and the actor should like win. You know, there can be like you win if you trick them
Yeah,
or something.
you get $1,200.
Yeah, sure.
Or you could do like a solo season where it's like actually none of them were actors, but you're all just huge pieces of shit. And
that's a
like
good
the
one.
psychosomatic justifications
A lot,
people
a
make.
lot of these are like false identities and trying to
like
figure
that.
out who's.
I like tricking the people.
I think
Drinking
lying
people's
is
great.
the best.
Yeah,
That's fun.
Next one is Fate or Fright.
All right, I see where this is
right.
going now.
Yeah.
This one's contestants go on blind dates and have to spend the night in a haunted location. At the end of the night, they can either stay over at the haunted location with the date for $1,200 or they go home. $1,200 is mostly what I'm giving away here.
I think that is an amazing idea.
I think a lot
would
of people
buy that one.
I think a lot of people do that in Philly already. Like,
Yeah.
half these fucking bitches are haunted anyways. You go on a date. I'm gonna go to this date. If I go back to her place, it's probably.
I actually legitimately that's great because it's combining. It's a dating show
and a ghost
and
hunting show.
ghosts.
Yeah.
People fucking love ghosts.
And I think there's plenty of people that like ghosts that would want to go on a dating show.
yeah, and there's a lot of like.
Plus, if you go on a date with someone who's going on a ghost hunt and they're interested in that, chances are you have other overlapping interests.
My high school teacher, my high school history teacher, his wife runs a Wendy's and they ghost hunt together.
Hell yeah, dude.
And
that's so fucking sick.
that's all that he got married in his like 40s, and he's one of the greatest. He's always got
Wow.
a dip in, just talks like that.
Talking about ghosts.
He doesn't talk. He's like, I'm just going ghost hunting with my wife this weekend, I guess. Fuck, I don't know.
I love that he's just being dragged along.
He
yeah,
rocks.
does he believe in ghosts? Does he? He has to.
Probably not, because he's
Oh
like
my god,
he's a very practical man.
that's insane.
But then if you think about it, it's like you're just exploring.
I guess, but
Yeah.
It's just spending time with someone you love.
I was about to say that a couple that both believes in ghosts are hunting them together. That is a
That's
strong
nice.
couple.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's more powerful, man. We
Yeah.
leave the ghost hunting. What do they have? That guy and his wife still got something going. They're almost 70 now.
Yeah. But isn't she in the back of her head like he thinks this is all bullshit?
He's paying for all of it.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't care. I don't know.
So we like that one though.
I love that one because I
Yes.
think also just being scared is going to bring them together.
The next one I brought up before to you. It's called Love by Proxy, and so it's like a Love Island type house. But the people at the house are not the real people. The real people are talking to people's headset, like talking to the people via headsets, so telling them what to say.
Okay.
So they're interacting with literally just a person's like voice.
Yeah.
And it's like a fake person, which is I think a little bit different than Love Is Blind
Okay.
because like you have some like a thing to visualize. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like, you're straight tricking people. There's not a real person or
No.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
If you and I
it's
were on
two-
a date, George would be talking through a headset to you.
Okay.
And George would be the person I'm actually on a date with, but that's the idea.
and it's both people.
I got you.
So there's a layer of separation.
Yes.
It'd be really good if he had both of us just talking to each other and
Yeah.
George is talking through one
It's just me.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god. You know what? I really want to experiment in general with tiny earpieces.
Yes.
I
yeah.
think that's a fun.
That's got to be a cheap investment.
yeah.
Let's get some tiny
All right,
earpieces, dude.
that's the
Yeah,
next
that's a
one,
good
dude. I just got way too much equipment. I can't.
That's probably like $30.
Tiny, you think a tiny earpiece is $30?
On
The
Temu?
Secret Services.
Absolutely.
See, I do not
fucking
trust
Secret
Temu.
Service is probably selling those
They're
little
using
tiny
those.
earpieces. Like it's like generally never used. You
Yeah,
know, of course,
yeah.
Oh, I got a bunch more.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to? Do you
I'll
have
jump in with
Yeah,
one.
present one.
I'll jump in with one. So I want a dating reality show similar to The Bachelor. In those shows, whenever they go on a date, they go on like a fun, well, let's go skydiving. Let's
Yeah,
go to the beach. I think they should do practical things that couples actually need to do. And it should be like, you guys got to assemble this furniture.
Here's the thing, though.
You
Is
guys
that-
got to
is that
grocery
good?
shop.
Is that good
Oh, the
TV?
drama. Oh, I think it is
Yeah, I think
because it's
that's-
really about the drama.
I had a weird dream the other night about a girl I like, and we were building like a porch swing. I'm like, what the fuck kind of dream is this?
And how is it going?
It was fine, but I was just like, why the fuck is this? That was the whole dream. We built this fucking porch swing,
Yeah.
and I was just like, why the fuck? What does this mean?
I think it means that you think that you would make a good team with this girl.
I guess.
You and
I
this
don't know.
That
girl would
sounds like
make.
a pretty good dream
Yeah.
interpretation, Scott.
Yeah, you would make
Okay,
a
I
good
have
team.
another one where my
shit.
teeth fall out, and I have black tar coming out underneath and plastic bags coming out with it, like a magician.
That means you're afraid of how people perceive you.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the
that
teeth
tooth
thing. That's
yeah,
classic.
that tooth one. I don't know. The rest of that stuff. What about the other stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, whatever. Throw that in there too.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you had a good thing go. Building furniture. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah. So
That was that was like
that-
you do mundane things
yes,
with a person.
Grocery shopping, setting up a Wi-Fi router.
Making
Oh,
a
doing your
grocery
taxes.
list, shit.
Yeah. Just
Although that would be tough because that's all a lot of personal
yeah,
information.
but basically tasks that fucking suck, or like making things together, because then there's like a product at the
I
end.
think building something is a pretty good because I'm normally like, please fuck off. I will kill you.
Yeah.
I used to do Legos. Do not
Yeah.
fuck with me. I got this.
Yeah, and
I do
think-
like building things by myself.
right.
Yeah. Sometimes
So-
you need help, but like I like doing it by myself.
Right. So you would need the woman to be okay with standing aside. That's another thing is that like there's no rules. Like you guys don't have to work together. She
true.
could just be like, all right, you do it and I'll sit here and you guys could still have a fun time.
I think
But,
making a budget would be the hard one.
Making a budget.
The budget is really the hard because then you're gonna be like, what do you mean we need to spend $15 on different sauces?
Yeah.
Like really? Like you need the Heinz barbecue and the
Honestly,
fucking,
that's
like,
probably the biggest one. Yeah.
because then you like really learn something about someone. Like
Yes.
you're a sociopath. What do you mean you need premium toilet paper?
Yes.
That's
You-
crazy.
You
My
learn.
opinion, too,
You
I
learn
say.
what their values are.
I already fucking hate. I'm used to living with a lot of people, and like my parents ball on a budget, like out. And then I lived with people who I'm like, how the fuck do you not know how to like get shit for cheap? Like, how do you
Yeah.
not know how to shop at Aldi, man? Or like you get
Yeah.
It's like I don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
Everything in our fridge has gone bad and it's all expensive.
Yeah, your house had to be like optimized in growing up because
Kind of,
there
yeah.
were so many people.
Kind of, yeah.
So you learned the optimal way to live. I'm trying to think if there was another task, but no, I think we got some good ones.
Yeah.
Fake tasks. All right, you want to do another?
Have a child.
That's
the hardest one.
A wacky challenge where you have a child. Yeah.
This one's exciting. It's called Nicotine Island.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Teams of nicotine addicts compete against each other in various games and physical challenges. Points earned can be anonymously traded in for cigarettes by anybody on any time.
I knew that was going to be
5 stars.
And there's nobody knows how many cigarettes have been taken, and nobody knows how many points there are. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can like kind of tally, but there's no official like point count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like no one knows like how many people have been smoking cigarettes.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Survivor almost.
Yeah, but with cigarettes.
Have you watched? There's one show that's like all these hot people on an island, but they can't do anything sexual. But then if they
okay.
do
If
it,
they
they
do-
lose points.
Okay.
So in like Nicotine Island, let's say there's like a $50,000 grand prize at the
Sure,
end.
yeah.
But every time anyone
$1.
yeah, it takes a little bit
Oh,
off every time.
Shit. That'd be so good.
So then at the end, they're like, "How much did we really make?" 'Cause
$35.
who's been- Yeah, because who's been?
I've been trapped here on
we
this
smoked
island.
9,000 cigarettes.
Yeah.
That one's exciting. I think that one's
Honestly,
that was
if,
fun.
if you
that was
got
a
like the
one.
real vape addicts, like now, like,
Yeah.
those guys are actual nicotine addicts. They fucking destroy it.
That's a fun one.
Some of these are just self-explanatory. Baby Ninja Warrior,
Oh.
baby obstacle course.
Yeah,
They have really good upper body strength.
Yeah, they got to pull themselves up.
but like realistically, like 3 or 4 year olds, I think would be the funniest.
Yeah. It's not like
When
toddlers.
they can just walk.
yeah.
Yeah, not Baby Gronk or any of those fucking weird.
And that like, do you think they'd start training kids.
They do
You know
it
what I
now.
mean?
What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about? They
yeah,
do that
well,
shit
yeah, that's-
fully now.
There's definitely already kids being trained.
There are children on HGH right now.
Another self-explanatory one. America's Next Top Mall Santa. We find the best mall Santa in America.
Oh my god. You know what I would love to see the judges who are like the top.
Yeah,
You know-
expert panel
Yeah,
of
the
Santa
top
judges.
Santas.
You know, there's like a special episode where they go to like the Santa thing in New York, the Santa crawl, whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Where they're
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm sick of the degradation of our name, and they're like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and then there's like they each get their own mall positioning, and then they like the reality show like floods them with kids,
Yeah.
and then they show
The
that.
interludes
it's
alone would be so good. You know?
Yeah.
Just, fuck.
Some of these are a little less doable, but are fun to think about. Are you stronger than a fifth grader? We find the toughest and meanest fifth grade kids we can, and we have them fight a bunch of adult wimps.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Real
Alright.
skinny
Comics, got
boys.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. Happy Eye for the depressed guy. That's just a guy going to therapy, and we get to watch it.
I think you were more excited about that name. That name's really good.
It's a good- it's
I
a
will
good- it's a
say.
good name.
But like 5 therapists, like
and,
queer eye for the
and they
straight
can be
guy.
gay.
Yeah.
It can be anything. It can be anything.
It's all different approaches.
Yeah, yeah.
They might as well be gay.
Well, because then
No,
then it's
alright.
queer eye.
Then it's- yeah,
It
right.
just the only
Five
thing
gay
is-
therapists isn't that hard to find. I'm just saying you might have queer eye accidentally.
You're right. That's confusing. Yeah. All right. So 5 therapists come in and they fix up a guy's life.
Yeah.
I love it.
Just Melfi and Tony again. With
Big Life. Can you guess what Big
I'm
Life
trying to
is?
think of like what it's a pun about.
It's not a pun.
Is this going to be a little person show? Is
Nope.
this-
Big life.
It's more of a game show.
Oh.
Oh, is it like Life the Game?
Yeah, except
But
it's a
big,
big.
but it's your life.
They're driving around real cars.
Oh.
It takes like 60 years.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's in Deckety, New York. For
Okay.
Let's see.
I
this one's-
hated that one.
this. One, this
I
one's
like a
real
show
good.
with stakes.
This one's called Who's on Drugs. Okay, contestants are invited to a party and willingly take drugs. 2 of them are given placebos,
Oh, yeah.
and we have to find out who is not on drugs. However, there are 3 moles who are on drugs who are trying to convince everyone they're not on drugs.
I hate to burst your bubble on this one.
Is this a real thing?
Do you not know about Weeding Out the Stone?
I was gonna bring up Weeding
by
Out the-
Alex Grubarb's
yeah,
show.
but
at
this is
Helium
different
Comedy?
because this would be like
Oh, we're doing heroin and other
no,
stuff.
it's like a reality show where like you're at a place. It's not like it's like a real world type thing. You know what I mean?
I think we could implement certain challenges and certain psychedelics.
Also, there's
even.
the mole.
Heroin.
Exactly. I was thinking
my
psychedelics.
favorite,
heavily.
my favorite psychedelic.
maybe.
But yeah, okay. You guys don't love that one. That's
Well,
okay.
no, it's
No,
fine.
it's fine. It's
Weeding
fine.
Out the Stoned is also very good, though.
Were you on it?
I was on it. I
I was about to
was.
say. I thought you were on it.
They weeded me out real
I know.
quick.
I know.
weeded out
I know
very quick,
him and
too.
Drew always.
Yeah.
Drew gets weeded out immediately.
America's Got IBS.
Oh, that's great.
That one's contestants with IBS eat irritating food, and then the last person to shit wins.
Oh,
Wait,
that's fun.
But that's not
IBS makes you shit.
Yeah, but it's like a consistent condition, not necessarily
But
off
it's
of
also-
food. Like that's not why you shit.
I thought IBS you get irritated by certain foods though.
It can be. So, did you ever watch The Sopranos?
No.
Oh, never mind then. There would be a great host for this, and the hot chick from The Sopranos, Adriana, whatever. She has IBS because she's been turned into a rat.
Oh, so it's more like
She's like stressed because she's like, I can't be
stress
around
thing.
the mob boss because I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'll be-
We can pivot to something else.
Well,
We
if
put
we
people with
feed them-
IBS in very stressful situations.
That
and
is
then
actually closer to what you want.
And then the last person to shit.
And,
yeah.
and you might as well feed them a bunch of Taco
Yeah,
Bell or
exactly.
whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, fuck it.
cheeses,
Listen, it's been catered. Hey.
greasy. Yeah.
The union guys loved it.
That might be.
I wanted to do.
Oh.
I wanted to do on a prank show. I wanted to do a prank show. I want to convince somebody that they're being haunted. Like really.
Oh yeah.
Like
well, they've
really.
Done, I think they've done similar.
They
things.
do. So whenever they're trying to scare somebody on a prank show, it's always like it's a one-time thing.
Yeah, you're
But-
saying extended psychological
Yes.
torture is basically what you're
I want to do it over months.
Listen, there's a program called MK Ultra that you may be interested in, which is pretty much its own thing in that way.
What is that? I know that name. What,
CIA mind control program where they they would just like put acid all over the steering wheel of like their
Yeah, they would
coworkers'
they
cars.
would douse each other.
yeah, one guy
dose
just
each other.
jumped out the window of a
Yeah.
5th story building.
damn,
You know?
that's messed up. I'm talking more about like standing in the woods outside someone's house,
They would do shit like that too. Listen,
like in the distance.
they drained a guy's blood in the Philippines. They drained all his blood out of his body because they knew there was a myth about vampires, like Filipino style vampires, and they've drained all the blood from the guy, and then would hang him up in the trees to do like psychological warfare against the Filipinos there.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Shit.
it's just a harmless prank,
I
you
mean,
know?
you
Like,
got to.
Yeah.
That's
No,
how you win wars.
That kind of shit makes me even less likely to believe in like Bigfoot sightings and stuff. Now that I know that the government is trying to like fuck
it's
with
a pretty
us,
good bit.
you know,
I have an idea for
Yeah,
a
that's the
prank.
thing. Everything is a psyop.
everything is a sign.
Every prank idea I come up with always ends up being like, what would you do style pranks.
Yeah, like
And-
I'm like pieing someone in the face. What do you mean?
Actually-
Yeah, but like I wanted to do, I might think stupid.
No. What were you saying?
This is disgusting. I want to do this bit. There are no Chinese buffets anymore after COVID. This sucks. Except for like really expensive. Like, yeah, think about it. Like there really aren't, or 24-hour diners. And I want to go to the big seafood Chinese restaurant that we have out in Delco with one of my buddies, and just do a what would you do style situation where we just start baby birding food into each other, like just chewing up large amounts of seafood and just spitting it into each other's mouth. And like it's a primarily black establishment, like it's just old church ladies, and
They would love that.
I know they would not have any of my tomfoolery or nonsense. I know, but
The last idea.
We here at Cheese Parade Pod would like to apologize for the disgusting imagery that was just
it's with
put
my
forward.
friend Declan, who's about 6'5" and big guy. I thought it'd be great.
If you wanted a better picture of it, yeah.
We just eat our food normally. There's no.
Oh, I do too.
I won't even say baby birding. All right, we're done.
What would you do? What would you do if you saw two grown men doing that?
I mean, I might leave the restaurant, honestly.
You're like, that's disgusting. Please leave. The Chinese people are looking at us like, oh, that's fine.
That's good. You were talking about like haunting someone, right?
Yeah, like standing in the woods and then they see me and then I leave, and I do that like every night for like a
This
month.
is my psychological.
One of my,
weapon, by the way, this is how I would convince someone they're haunted.
Yeah.
One of my ideas was fake Lost. So you get people to do like a game show, and then on the way to the game show, you stage a plane crash, and then you do like a Lost,
I love that. I love that.
and they sign the waiver, so
Yeah.
that you can't sue.
What could be better than convincing a group of people that they're gonna die?
Yeah, nothing. That's the most power you can feel as a human being.
Yeah, man. Unless you're like, if you're that fat guy, and it's like, I already thought I was gonna die, so I don't know.
And there's gonna be a big fat guy. We're gonna have to
There
cast
should
him.
be all
It's
big
gonna
fat
be the
guys,
exact.
honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 3 different shows: a weight loss show, it's a haunting show, it's a
Yeah, we can throw Nicotine Island in there on Wednesday too. It
a
could be
bunch of
3,
fat
yeah.
nicotine addicts. Hell
All
yeah!
right, this is the last one, and I think this one's really good.
Okay.
It's called Incel Asylum. Okay.
Oh god.
We got self-described incels are put in a house where they're trying to, actively become better, healthy members of society, and Will Smith is their coach,
Oh.
and he tries to make them fresh.
Hell yeah! No, that's a good one.
Yeah, I feel like if anyone could fix an incel, it's probably Will Smith.
So
Honestly.
is it all boys then?
I don't know. Are there female incels? I don't know.
Well,
if
do
there are.
you know that term was originally invented for women?
Really?
That's where it comes from. It's like a research study term. They found out like it was to describe women who were involuntarily celibate.
I guess incel also just has more of a connotation than that. It's not like
Oh
I'm
no!
not having
Culturally, it was
sex.
adopted. It became a community of self-identifiers for men. Men took the term. Hell yeah! Fucking
cool.
patriarchy,
Let's go,
motherfuckers.
dude. We can't. That's so funny that incel was normally originally.
it was
that's
used for
hilarious.
women. Yeah.
Of course it was. But yeah, that's my last.
We took 20 incels and put them into a house. They played video games.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised. What's up? It's Will Smith. I'm here to fix your ass.
Will Smith is going to save them, or will he? I have nothing else.
What's another good Will Smith movie?
Welcome to Earth.
There we
Welcome
go.
back to Earth, motherfucker.
He doesn't say that. It's racist to
He
think
doesn't
that
say
he's.
that?
No, he says Earth.
He
with
says
a
Earth
TH.
very firmly.
Oh no, I know, but you
Yeah.
gotta say. You gotta say
I do a
Earth.
joke about it. I do a joke about Independence Day that's not very good, but it is crazy. They introduced Randy Quaid. They don't introduce Will Smith till like 50 minutes into that movie. It's nuts.
It is kind of weird. It is interesting.
We were talking about Independence Day the other day with somebody, and they're like, I don't know if I like Independence Day. They were saying that it's too long and drawn out.
It's too long. It is 100% too fucking
I like
long.
it.
I like it. I like it too.
Yeah.
Bill
it's-
Pullman is the president. Can't
I think it's fun.
you can only get so hard.
I'm having fun just thinking about it.
All right, well that's all the ideas I had. You guys have any more ideas?
I think we got
think
a
we-
lot of
I
ideas.
told you my one prank idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
My
never-
disgusting prank.
All right, cool. Well, I think
That's trademarked.
we've been
My
kind of
favorite one was the couple going to haunted places together.
Really? That's your favorite one?
The
Nicotine is
dating,
5 for
the
me.
dating show that is also a haunted place exploration show. I think that's
I think
great.
Nicotine Island would be the best.
I think that one might actually be the best.
Yeah.
But
You
I
just
don't,
like
I don't think we would
personally-
sell it. I don't think it would sell.
I don't think you could sell it.
No,
you
but-
can't have a game show where part of it is smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well,
but
can you?
I do think the ghost one would sell.
You know what?
You know who would sponsor it? The tobacco
Yeah,
lobby.
yeah,
With no
absolutely.
hesitation.
Philip Morris. The reason that I initially thought about coming up with game shows because I think in Sweden or Denmark at one point there was a game show for like a woman was dying and she was going to give her kidney to somebody.
Yes.
And then it turned out that it was like not real. It was like a publicity stunt about like, oh hey, we have a very severe lack of kidneys in our country.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And speaking of fake stuff that is meant.
We propose to develop alternate liquid and solid fuel boosters.
Did you know that 9/11 actually happened on the moon?
All right.
Will you edit me into this with whatever I get? If I have a good enough one, will you edit me into the fun conspiracies?
Oh, maybe.
Oh sure.
Yeah, if we have good enough soundbite.
What do you want to yell? Or do you want to just say something?
I don't know. I'll probably say something.
You'll probably
You're
say
like,
something.
well,
We'll
he
get
thought
it.
that was normal. And I'm like, no.
Well, you were going to talk about something today about two guys. Who are the two guys?
So, okay, my fun conspiracy for you guys. Yeah. I texted my friend and I was like, I freak her out all the time by just rambling about shit that she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? And I just know a bunch of conspiracy stuff. I don't fuck with a lot of weird ones, but my big one is, you guys know who Justin Trudeau is?
Yeah.
He is the Prime Minister of Canada, also blackface enthusiast.
Yes,
He's done
that's
two
true.
things.
Doing blackface once, okay, maybe, but twice.
Well, what if I told you it was more okay because he's actually a POC?
Oh, is he?
I don't know. I still
Is he
think
maybe? Is
I don't
he
know.
maybe?
He had some. It was.
Wow.
So there is a long-standing conspiracy. His father is Pierre Trudeau, who was the Prime Minister of Canada in like the 60s. He's like the greatest Prime Minister of Canada ever. And he was really good friends with one Fidel Castro.
Okay.
And people look at
Like
him.
buddies? Like,
They were great friends. Like Canada was like really cool
Did
with
they-
Castro in the 60s.
did they know each other before?
I don't know about that. They were just like cool with each other.
Yeah.
Like America hated him, obviously.
So
And,
Canada was always just like, yeah, communism's fine, whatever.
Pierre Trudeau was cool with him. He was like a liberal.
Interesting.
And for some reason, Justin Trudeau looks nothing like Pierre Trudeau, his father, and nothing like his siblings, that he has many,
Oh, shit.
and looks spot on fucking identical to Fidel Castro.
Holy shit. You think there was some swinging involved?
Yes. Oh my God.
Can we bring up an image?
I meant to do this.
Please.
We're going to bring up an image.
Please understand. I want this to not be the case because Justin Trudeau sucks. But if Fidel Castro was his father, it's probably one of the greatest owns of all time. It's crazy. And then look at his dork ass dad.
All right. My first instinct is I do see it.
It's crazy. And I did a lot of research on it, which was staring at grainy photos.
Okay.
Look at the eyes.
So we've got a young
at
Trudeau
the
and an old
nose.
Trudeau next to a young Castro and an old Castro.
Yes.
And we've got a pretty decent overlap in terms of just the structure of the face and the color of the hair even. Although both Castros are in black and white here.
This is it's crazy. Like, it would be the nuttiest thing if it actually is true.
Are there any other?
Wait.
Is there any other supporting evidence besides that they look alike?
And like his mom was in Cuba around that time, and like everything's just like, oh fuck, he looks nothing like his siblings. Pull up a photo of his dad,
Okay, yeah.
Pierre Trudeau, and they look nothing alike. I'm just like, how the fuck?
And what would even be like does Justin Trudeau like do his policies reflect that maybe he's Fidel Castro's son?
No, not even remotely.
Yeah.
But it would be wild if
It
that
would
was.
be, yeah.
Look at Pierre Trudeau. He is a dork ass looking motherfucker.
He looks very British.
He does. Well, I mean, they are British fundamentally.
He looks like straight up a member of the royal family.
Yeah, no, he looks like a clown.
Yeah.
And
He looks inbred as
I
well.
would say, like, okay, pull up a photo of all of Justin Trudeau's siblings, but don't even bother. I'll just tell you they don't look alike.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just like that's one of the craziest. I was trying to find nice conspiracies for you guys, by the
like
way.
that
I
one.
No,
didn't wanna-
that one, that's like one of the good ones. You know, there's the
like
ones that are
harmless.
like, yeah,
It's fun.
exactly. It's harmless.
Infidelity.
Like the ones like, you know, Paul McCartney died. You know what I mean?
Paul, that was the one Sam Wolf suggested to me.
Yeah, that one's a good one. I like that one. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Paul is
know,
alive.
Well, that he didn't really die, right? That was.
I hope
no.
not.
Or
Paul
they
McCartney's
replaced
not dead.
him? Or
Yeah, that's
no,
the thing,
yeah, they
that he got
replaced him.
replaced at one
Yeah,
point.
so he did
And there's
die and
all-
they replaced him,
And there's
right.
all these like hints in their
Right,
songs, and
right,
you play it
right.
backwards, and it says Paul is dead and shit like that.
And he also named his album "Paul Is Alive" for his live album, which
That's
I think is a great
incredible. Yeah,
bit.
that's
That was a
funny.
great bit.
I love when people play into conspiracy theories, like the fucking Denver airport thing. Do you know
with the
about that?
demon horse, yeah.
But they also like for their when they were doing renovations recently, they like put up posters that were like tongue in cheek jokes about like we're building our secret underground bases. You know what I mean?
Damn,
Yeah,
that.
it's a psyop.
I don't know what that is.
A psyop? You don't know what a
No, the Denver airport thing.
Oh, yeah, there's
pull
a
up
bunch
the
of-
Denver airport horse for me,
Yeah,
please.
actually, we should just-
Can I grab one of these? Is that
Yeah,
cool?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're for everybody.
Oh, what's the other one? The yellow one.
They're not like very sweet. But
What's the conspiracy of the Denver?
what's happening?
People just think it's like demonic and
Yeah.
apocalyptic. There's this giant horse in front of it, and like I think it's the most bullshit. It's not even a conspiracy. It's just like, isn't this place spooky and weird?
Okay.
And they've tried to link the John Benet Ramsey case to it, and
Interesting.
yeah,
interesting.
I don't. That lady should have been a better letter writer. That letter sucks. Oh, whoa, that is not what I was expecting it to taste like.
Oh, okay. That horse does look demonic.
There's like this is a mural at the Denver airport.
a
Oh my
sick-ass
God.
mural.
Reason.
Damn, why is that mural so terrifying?
And like yeah, this is
Does the horse actually have red eyes like that?
they light up.
Why did they make it so
Because
scary?
everyone there is on drugs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of like it.
It's weird that people think that that points to like I don't know
Yeah.
what that they're because you know if you have a secret underground military base, you got to put a big fucking blue horse.
Yeah, because it probably like reveals a spiral staircase underneath when it
yeah,
moves.
It's
You know,
mostly haunted. Like that's the big thing. But so
Wait,
is,
the airport's haunted?
yeah, that's the other thing. Look, everything imaginable's been attached to. Okay, so what can I, as like a conspiracy expert, I would call myself. Do you guys have like pet ones that you love or
Pets.
pet ones
Like
that you love,
little
like a pet
conspiracies
conspiracy?
that you
I
love?
realize it's not a. Yeah.
I'm trying to think which conspiracy theories.
I don't really love.
Like you're not like
them.
super into it.
No.
I
like
cryptids. Like I like the
Are you talking
idea of them.
cryptids?
I don't
Yeah, I
believe
like
in them, but I
cryptids,
like.
yeah.
I think they're fun. They're the
You know
most fun
Mothman?
ones.
Yeah, Mothman's my favorite.
I've heard of
That
Mothman,
happened.
but I
My
don't know.
stepdad's from the town
Oh, nice.
across the bridge that
okay.
collapsed. Not
Wow.
from West Virginia. He's from Gallipolis.
So do you know like did he hear anything about that? Like
He
anything?
always was fascinated by it
Yeah.
as a kid. Like he's just like it's just something insane. It happened on Christmas when that bridge collapsed
Yeah.
and killed like 20 something people. So I mean, there's always that. I
like the Philadelphia experiment. I think that's a
Philadelphia
fun one.
experiment's weird and like weird military experiments.
I don't know what
Philadelphia
any of these are.
experiment supposedly they sent like a battleship forward in time 40 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, the other part of it is that they made it invisible. They thought
Oh,
they
is
made it
that what it was?
invisible,
Oh,
and
but
they
they
sent it to a.
accident-
Well, then they said what they theorize happens when they made the ship invisible. They pretty much opened a portal to hell.
Nice.
And like they just said, they went back on the ship after it reappeared, and like guys are like fused into
To
the
the metal and
and
stuff.
It is.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool imagery.
It's straight up like fully fictional. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one's not really a conspiracy, but it's one of those ones that just blows up.
Yeah, I always say like the better the story is, the almost like less inclined I am to believe it because it's like it can spread so much easier because just the story's good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've never really seen any that are that like great. Like the moon landing ones, I don't really give a shit about.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we didn't go. What if we didn't go to the moon? I'm like, well, who gives a fuck? I don't
Yeah.
know. What if Steven Spielberg's not a pedophile? I don't
I
know.
just
Who gives
also
a
don't
fuck?
believe that there's like this like entire academic field that's lying to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, me
Like
too.
I would think that there's at least some guys that are like reputable be like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
do
mean?
feel like some engineers are lying about 9/11, but that's a different thing.
I mean, yeah, I think hey, listen what happened to Building 7.
Where'd it go? Do you have a 9/11 one?
Sure, that's a 9/11 one.
Just the sound of the.
That was my reaction when 9/11.
Oh my God!
That was what
That
happened.
was the reaction.
You guys are older than me.
Yeah, I'm 35.
Yeah, we
You
remember
guys
it.
know 9/11. You actually know it.
You weren't you were too
I was
young.
4.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that's so crazy to think about. We're talking to somebody that didn't really experience 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I don't
were
even
there
remember it that
in
much. It's like
I was in 5th grade.
Oh man, and Columbine, forget about it. You probably weren't
I don't
even,
remember that either. Though.
Oh, you don't
that
remember
was,
Columbine?
What was that, like 90?
That was elementary school, I think.
yeah, something like that. I don't. I have tons of. There's so many weird conspiracies.
There's a bunch of conspiracies about that one too. Yeah,
But also, like, conspiracy is such a broad term, and I always get really annoyed with it.
yeah, because it's weird. Like
Because Jeffrey Epstein is a conspiracy, but I'm
exactly.
like, that's not a conspiracy. That was he was a convicted pedophile.
Yeah, it actually, the way we use it so broadly takes away from things.
Well, it's also a
that are
legal
true.
term. Like, most people don't know about Lincoln. Do you know about the Lincoln assassination was actually a mass conspiracy?
I mean, like, I assumed that this guy couldn't do it completely alone.
Well,
so in that sense, like, of course, right?
Well, no, most people don't know about it with the Lincoln assassination is that, first off, from that assassination, the first woman ever executed by the United States government happened, Mary Surratt. And also, if you watch, National Treasure 2, yeah, like there was supposed to be an assassination of the vice president, the president, and the secretary of state. And have you ever heard the story about the secretary of state when they tried to?
He got stabbed a bunch, right?
The guy comes in with a knife and like stabs William Seward in the face like 3 times. He's already in a bed laid up because he was in a carriage accident, and he survives like this multiple stabbing. The assassin smashed the skull of an assistant. Like everyone involved, it's like a incredibly bloody incident. And everyone survived. And then the guy who was supposed to kill the vice president just got drunk and decided not to because he was German. I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I
Yeah,
didn't
he got
realize.
drunk at a bar and went home.
It wasn't just Lincoln. There was a mass plan.
There was a
attack.
17-person conspiracy
It was
to
like
assassinate
it was
the president.
like the Confederate type of thing. where
Yeah.
like-
Well, it's the Knights of the Golden Circle, which is like this whole. I can't do that one.
But yeah, like that is like literally a conspiracy. It was like a group of people plotting
Conspired.
to and then but like like the idea of like just like believing in aliens is not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know
real.
what I mean?
It's just not real.
The idea that like the government's lying to us about aliens, that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Right? So I think everyone like because like Bigfoot is not really a conspiracy.
No.
It's basal speculation.
But people just call it that, and it's just like a
Yeah.
catch-all term for anything
Yeah.
that's kind of like spooky, ooky,
Yeah.
and unexplained.
I'm trying to like redefine that shit for people to actually like really think about these as criminal things.
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
actually.
Yeah, well, because it's like
you want to ground it.
Kind of, yeah.
because like real conspiracies are like interesting, but they're not like they're not fantastical like stories.
No, I mean they
you know?
are to some degree. I mean,
Well,
why
I
the
mean,
fuck would you take a guilty man like O.J. Simpson and then try to make him look even guiltier? It's like, motherfucker, that's a conspiracy.
I think I mean more in the terms of like
The moon is definitely a good example
The moon landing is always.
yeah.
of just like the story being so good. You know what I was going to also bring up is the recent assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
Okay, if you want to.
The only thing I want to bring up about it is that there wasn't any time before all the conspiracy theories rolled out, which is expected but also like disappointing. Like literally an hour after it happened, it's like, okay, it was actually a plan by Joe Biden. Okay, no, it was actually staged by the Donald Trump people. Okay, it was actually, and it's like, all right.
Well, it's all reactionary, and it's also based on what
know.
people are seeing because we saw it happen, right?
But
and people just react to what they know and think.
I know. And then they say it, though. They say it like they're so sure. They're so sure about what happened, and they don't know anything. And it's like they just won't accept like the obvious stuff.
It's also
because they
because,
don't
like-
want to be tricked. They're so obsessed with like not being naive
Yeah.
that they like just blindly distrust stuff.
This also like you can, and we don't like have to get into it, but like people can't believe that one person did something crazy. They're always going to say that it was like a group of people or a conspiracy. When something like this happens, like for like the JFK assassination,
You're saying they
right?
don't want to believe that about people.
They don't want or they don't want to believe that something like that can just
Yes.
a chaotic thing like that can be
Yeah.
just one person.
They don't want to believe that one person
Could fuck everything
could
up.
fuck everything
Yeah,
up like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you nailed down something, and this is like something I pointed. I did a podcast. I did like a live stream that night after it happened. I went out, did comedy, came home, did fucking the live stream.
How many people were talking about it at comedy?
I stopped listening because I was like, man, this is like the worst week for comedy ever. This is a great week for annoying people, horrible week for comedy audiences. There's this articulation about it that like people become conspiracy theorists so easily. Like the people who are like, it was a BB gun. He clearly like it wasn't loud enough, and I'm like, it was shooting from like 500 yards away or something.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna sound quieter. I don't know. Those people immediately became conspiracy theorists baselessly.
Yeah.
And people have no hesitation becoming conspiracy theorists all the time. It's just what they have decided is correct and incorrect or whatever is totally politically based and has no fucking meaningful basis in reality. And whatever. This isn't very good for comedy right now. I just
No.
I realize.
Well, I mean, it's also just.
I just think it's really interesting how
I do
people.
have fun. I have more fun conspiracies. Did you know Obama might be gay? Like, Ty Wood is coming on my podcast to talk
about gay Obama.
There's actually there's that bullshit Tucker Carlson conspiracy that he spread around, but then there's a guy from Ridley Park out in Delco who's
got the juice.
Is an award-winning journalist. I think his name is Wayne Madsen or something like that. This doesn't fucking matter. The other guy, the InfoWars guy, lives right over across the bridge in Camden, which is also kind of just nuts. They all live within all the gay Obama guys, and
they got to live to each other.
There's one guy that lives in Ridley Park, and he's like an award-winning journalist, and he's like, no, I actually went and did like solid research and found that like Obama was a member of a gay bathhouse in Chicago with Rahm Emanuel, who was his chief of staff, and he was also what was the last? He was alleged to have been in a gay relationship with 3 different men. One of them was House actor Kal Penn. Do you remember House?
Yeah, I know Kal Penn. Yeah,
House. He killed himself randomly in the middle of the show. Like the character was killed off randomly because he was going to go work in the Obama White House.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, okay, cool, whatever. And he goes and works in the Obama White House, and he's alleged to have had a relationship with Obama. And then also like a year ago, he came out as gay, and everyone's like. I know those aren't like solid connections, but everyone like
My thing is just like
I think he'd be out by
why
now.
would
no, he wouldn't.
Why would you like why would a person feel so invested in outing somebody? Do you know what I mean? Like what is their motivation?
Because the number one reason is because of blackmail. You can blackmail a person that has a secret. That was the whole issue with if you know what the lavender scare is.
I see what you're saying.
In the Red Scare is like whatever, but the lavender scare in the government in the 50s, they purged the government of all homosexuals or whatever because they saw it as a blackmail risk. And disagree, I also think it was not just for that, but you can do two things that are true. Like one can be true and the other can be like for your own means.
It's funny because it's only a blackmail risk if you guys make a big deal out of it.
Right, maybe. Well, I mean, but random people go fucking crazy all the time and blackmail people. Like, it makes no fucking... that's like my one, like, it's like weird pet conspiracy. I'm like, way more shit that doesn't make sense, and the reality is blackmail. Like, why the fuck is Chris Pratt in the Garfield movie? I feel like that actor does not need that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think about that all the time. Like, why do some of these actors fucking, like making, like, a Super Bowl commercial, right? Like, why does Beyonce need to be in a Super Bowl commercial at this point?
I think it's just like
that's like some pretty easy money, but yeah.
No, but
I think Garfield.
When you have a $500 million or $500 million, what do you need more money for?
Yeah.
At that point, like, why are you working?
What else are you doing? I don't know. If they were like, if I was super rich and they were like, you want to be the voice of Garfield, I'd be like, oh, what do I have to stand in a booth for like a few hours, like for a week?
Yeah, for Beyonce, I get that.
Like, and then I get to see my name everywhere. I get to go to this premiere. I get to.
You've already done all that.
Yeah,
well,
what else?
You know what? I mean, they're psychotic. They're evil.
Who cares about what I've already done? I'm in the present now.
Why do they insist on their daughter fucking being a director and like making a music video? Have you ever seen all that stuff with Blue Ivy Carter?
Well, that's the thing.
That's like
if
insane.
They're doing like a passion project and they're like making a film, like okay, they're doing that, but like being in a Super Bowl commercial isn't really
that one. I would makes more sense to me. Where I'm like that. Yeah, it's easy money. But getting a bunch of people in for crypto was another one that I was like, okay, there's something up with that. But I think a lot of shit that doesn't make sense in our world, especially with like actors. It's like, why the fuck did someone do this? Like they were at the top of their career. Why'd they do this dog shit movie? I don't understand. I would assume a lot of stuff is just blackmail outright.
Maybe there's also the more money you have, the more money you need kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. And I would believe that with Beyonce.
Once you have like a ton of real estate, you know, like once you are sort of accustomed to spending in a certain way, it's like I'll look at the camera as I say. I was not expecting these to be so salty.
Yeah, it's salty. It's like a michelada.
I kind of wish it had more salt on the edge, to be honest. But that's all right.
That's also what you said last time,
guys. In conclusion, I just want to say, my only thing I don't like is when people are blindly distrusting. like because they think
Oppositional defiance disorder.
because they think that is somehow smarter than blindly
Oh,
trusting.
yeah.
But blindly trusting and blindly distrusting are the same stupid.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
I think,
it's
I
just
think
it's
a lot
all
of people,
faith. It's all faith. It's
but I think a lot of
both
people are
faith.
like, well, you can't trick me. You can't trick me. And it's like, okay, but you also aren't taking in any information. So,
Yeah.
like, how cool is that you're not being tricked? You're also not listening to reality because you're so afraid of being tricked.
Do you know the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
that. I mean, but there's also like America's weird because there's a value in being intelligent, and like the faux intelligence you can present has a monetary value, and we encourage people to be fucking insanely disingenuous and.
That's true. With the way that like modern,
there's a financial,
yeah,
like, that's how fucking TikTok is, like, or like any social media. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I have like very light Tourette's. It's
Yeah.
whatever. I could do a whole TikTok brand out of that shit, but I'm like, that's not good. Or like
Yeah.
you see people who like have ADHD or ADD or autism or every fucking disorder on this goddamn planet saying and like getting in front of a camera, which I'm like, that is the probably one thing you should not be doing. How do you have a whole influencer channel?
making an identity about this.
Clearly where you act insane. Like that can't be good for this, right? Like any therapist would tell you like that is the worst thing you could do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
No, I know what you're saying.
I have fringe like medical conspiracy theories like this.
No, I know what you're saying. Like mental disorders are tricky, especially around like things like TikTok and stuff. You probably shouldn't have TikTok. Like TikTok's not good for you.
TikTok's not good for anybody, dude.
And
Yeah,
so,
social
no-
media
no social
period
media
is really
is-
fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
I support the Chinese government and its destruction of America. Praise Xi Jinping thought.
anyway, I think we fun-spiricied ourselves.
Into a corner.
Pretty hard.
Hold on, I'm not done praising the Chinese government.
Scott, you had something interesting
I just
happen.
wanted to
right?
flip it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Let me
No,
just
we
rant
need to
real
move
quick.
on.
Flip it.
Nice.
What is this flipping thing that I use? You said it, and I already forgot the name of it. Something Kami?
Mercari.
Mercari.
Yeah.
I bought a new camera on Mercari. It came with 3 batteries and a memory card, and it was pretty expensive. It was like still pretty good deal, like $1,600, but it didn't come. He didn't include the memory card. And when I was like, I messaged the seller. I was like, didn't have the memory card in it. Did you ship it separately? And he was like, it was there when I sent it. And it was like, you can send it back, but you've already paid so much in fees that it literally would not be worth it. Because there's no way it's refunding the fees. And this website has like $100, $150 in fees. Like it was still a good deal even with those fees, but like it was basically like, fuck you. And like, and then wait, one more thing. He was like, we can talk outside of this thing. Like maybe we can talk about it outside of this thing. And I gave him my number. And then me giving him my number got flagged.
Yeah, you got flagged.
And I was like, you definitely knew that we weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah. He tried to.
And he's trying to like fuck me over. He's trying to be like, oh, look, you can't like, I'm not going to do business with you or something. I don't know. Overall, it just made me feel bad. It literally made me feel bad for the rest of the day. Because I was like, I'm a very trusting person to
How
a
much
fault.
is this
I don't
memory
know.
card?
Well, see, that's the thing is I'm going to get a memory card that's cheaper and it's fine. But like the one that he included was a CFast card. It's a specific type of card, 256 gigabytes, and they go for like $300.
Okay, so it's not
shit.
it's not a cheap thing.
It was not nothing. It was not nothing.
It was definitely part of your purchase price.
It was part of, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this card. And the difference that it makes between that and a regular card is just that my camera can shoot in RAW, which means it just gets more data, which is not something I generally do, but I was looking forward to experimenting with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I guess I'm just not going to be able to do that. I'm just going to get memory cards and keep shooting how I'm shooting. But
Deprived of experimenting.
overall, yes. Overall, I just wanted to rant about that and be like, yo, watch out if you're buying a bunch of stuff, especially from this website. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the tough thing when you're and like you said, it's not like you can.
I can't just ship it back.
Can't ship it back
because the fees were so ridiculous.
Can you like open up a ticket? Like, can you complain? Trying to like with Mercari?
Well, I'm gonna give him a review, and I'm gonna review it like doc points, doc stars, or something. But like his reviews, by the way, the seller's reviews had like deleted reviews in it.
What?
So I think this guy does little tricks.
What?
But you saw that he had deleted reviews.
I saw, but there were still like enough good reviews.
Were
that I
they
was like,
mostly
okay.
good reviews?
They were mostly good reviews. Yeah. it was like 17 reviews and like 5 of them were deleted and like all the
That's
other
so
ones were
weird.
like, and I was like, okay, the deal was just so good that I was like,
Yeah, I mean the
I was
main thing.
getting,
The
like,
main thing
a
is the
lot of-
camera, right?
It's the camera and with 3 batteries, and each battery is like several $100s. Actually, these are nice batteries with charger and all that stuff. But
Wow.
still, anyway, just wanted to share that.
Let's turn that into a conspiracy. Whose fault? What ethnic group do we think's fault is for that?
Yeah,
Probably the lizard.
probably the
people.
lizards.
Probably the
Sorry,
lizard
okay, I'm done.
folks.
I'm done with my fucking bullshit.
Anyway,
Text us a movie and we'll say it. Text us a movie and we'll say it.
Welcome to Text Us a Movie and We'll Say It, the only segment where you text us a movie and we say it live on air. If you have a movie and you want to text us or a movie and we'll say it live on air, just give us a text. You probably fucking know us. You know what I'm saying? Scott, I'm going to do it this time because you don't know it.
yeah, do it.
Here we go.
Welcome to Regal Entertainment. Refreshments are available in the lobby. And please, keep our theater clean by disposing of trash in specified containers. And remember, gift certificates are available for any special occasion. Enjoy the show.
Happy Gilmore. Sent in by Bhavik Patel.
Ooh.
Thank you, Bob.
You guys know Happy Gilmore, right?
Happy Gilmore.
If you
Well
haven't,
done.
we actually
Gappy Gilmore.
Oh, we got a clip?
I have a little clip here.
Gappy Hillmore. There we go.
Jim! Jim! Call 911! Jim! Jim! How could you have done this? Jim! I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? I can't help you out of this one, Jim. With all we've been through, I can't pull you out of this one.
That's the classic scene where
It's Happy Gilmore.
Adam Sandler's helping his friend who killed himself, I
Killed
guess.
himself, yeah.
I love how like bored he was getting in the scene that he's in.
He's such a bad actor.
I can't help you.
That just reminded me of I met Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, yeah?
Like a couple weeks ago. and
Nice.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
just
weird,
kept
freaky little guy.
he is an absolute freak. It would rock. I saw Big Shark, his new movie.
Okay.
Oh, yeah? How was
It
that?
fucking rocked, man. 10 out of 10. I've been to the
What's-
movies a lot the last couple weeks.
What's Big Shark about?
Well, I'll tell you. It's about Big Shark. It's in Louisiana. Do you want to do this, Tommy Wiseau?
So wait, there's a big shark. Is it like a real shark movie?
I was drunk as fuck watching this with Sam Wolf. And I just kept leaning up. I'm like, Sam Wolf, you were my best friend. I love you, Sam Wolf. Sam Wolf, you have great name. I love Wolf.
I gotta know just right out of the gate, Big Shark. Is it funny because it's bad? Is he trying to lean into it being bad, or is he trying to
They
legitimately
got a
make
girl
something good?
that's really hot. That's definitely with it.
Okay.
She's a great actress in it. I loved her.
Okay.
I don't know her name. Don't care. She's Tommy Wiseau's girlfriend the whole time, and she is nailing it.
Okay.
They're in New Orleans because you can drink the entire fucking time everywhere. Because Tommy Wiseau has a drink in his hand the entire movie, which I'm like, that rocks. And out of nowhere, CGI quality water from like a 2000s video game just shows up on the streets of New Orleans. Only for like a street's wide width of water though, and the shark just slip and slides around New Orleans out of nowhere.
So the shark is on the streets. He's swimming up the
he's in
street.
the
but then he
feet of
just
water.
randomly disappears again, and like everyone's like, "This is a
Okay.
huge." I think it's the ultimate COVID movie ever made.
Okay.
It's just a shark that just shows up out of nowhere with water, the rain, whatever, and then it all disappears in 30 seconds and just kills someone every time. And I'm like, "Yep, this is what COVID was." Now that I think about it,
Okay.
you're only safe if you were inside.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's just ignoring the giant shark going around New Orleans killing everyone.
Are they ignoring it? There's no like.
I don't know. Like, it's one of the craziest fucking movies I've ever seen. I'm just.
Right. They don't assemble a team to try to fight the
They
shark.
have a team, and like at one point, one of them dies, and they're like, "We got to get revenge," and then they just cuts back to them drinking at home. So I'm like, that's honestly probably
That's
what
what
I
you
would have
do,
done.
yeah.
I have to go drink at home with my girlfriend Lisa, who I love. You know.
All right, Adomas. Well, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for coming out on the podcast.
Thank you.
Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to plug?
When does this come out?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Fuck it. I'll do plugs. I have my podcast, American Guilt, at American Guilt Podcast on Instagram and on Spotify. I have listen to the first episode. Don't start with the other ones. That's all.
Interesting. That's
Start
a good.
one.
I
That's a
keep
good
getting
name.
drunk and doing movie reviews.
Oh my god.
I did Civil War. I did Killers of the Flower Moon, but I have a really good episode about conspiracy and the nature of it. It's all about the assassination of Zachary Taylor, our 13th president.
Nice. That sounds fun.
It's crazy. It's one of the craziest things I have.
I don't know about that. So
I've got. I got to plug my friend's podcast, 555. Let me call you back. Declan Brooks. It's great. I was on there. I went on there and explained conspiracies for 4 hours.
Nice.
It's 4 separate episodes. It was the longest goddamn thing I've ever done. I help run JJ Mallon's on Mondays at 9 o'clock with Ty Wood and Sam Wolf, and I have a roast coming up at JJ's August 1st, which that won't be relevant probably, but
Sweet.
you know, if you can come support me. I have to go to unemployment court this week. Come support me.
come to unemployment court. Bring signs.
The 27th.
Start some chants.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
just
you so much for
Keep
being here.
those checks coming.
Scott Bigos.
Sitting back, collecting
Streaming.
those checks.
You streaming?
I stream every Monday and Thursday on twitch.tv/Cheese Parade Studios. New sketch every Monday on Cheese Parade YouTube.
And check out this podcast on Wednesdays or sometimes Thursdays.
Sometimes
or Fridays.
Thursday.
Fuck it, when I felt
whenever I can. And you know what? Officially, when there's a holiday during the week, we don't do a podcast.
Officially.
Yeah.
We're establishing that ahead of the
because
game.
I need a break.
Hey, man.
I need a break. No, I've just missed a couple, and I'm officially saying that's why. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye. Yeah, Cheese Parade 2024.